Grand Rising World, it's your man Saint, back here again with another mind-sharpening video. We are getting into some more games, prolific games of chess. Will I dominate the board, or will I get schooled? Stick around and find out. Let's get into some chess. Here we go. Oh, and I'm white. Started 30 seconds, 30-second delay. This guy's probably like, what the heck? Alright. I'm gonna do the Queen's Gambit again. I am just a knack for the Queen's Gambit. I love it. I love queens, as you can see. Now my question is, am I gonna worry about this, or... Because if he takes, I take, and then that'll leave me double pawned up. Decisions. I'm not even gonna worry about it, actually. I'm not gonna worry about it. Ah, he's trying to take this here. Okay, so what I will do is actually take here, because sometimes I do move the pawn from here. Usually when I castle, that's when my rook goes here. So he has this square and this square. I have to stop saying. I was looking at the last video and I was like, I was just listening to myself. I'm like, he has this square and this square. What squares are they? So it's the E4 square and the G4 square. And remember, we are doing the Queen's Gambit. I feel like he's going to hit this square. So I'm just gonna back it up just a little bit, because he's already doing some wild, outlandish things with bringing the pawn from here all the way to there. So it looks like, yeah, he's swarming in. You know, honestly, I'm just gonna castle queen side. Actually, I'm not even gonna worry about it, because it looks like he can castle king side right now, but he's so focused on my king side that I'm not even gonna worry about it. Let's see what else he does, depending on his next move. So he has his queen coming out. He cannot pull his knight out. That's bad, because he's not gonna go here. That would be grim. I'm gonna go ahead and castle. Castle whenever you can. I'm gonna castle queen side. It's gonna be a new variation that I got going on. I like what he's doing here, as long, and I don't want to trap my queen. So make sure she has somewhere to go. Alright, I do want to develop this bishop here. Alright, there he goes. He's actually going to castle. So now, you know, I should have been making my plan already, but now, if I take, he's going to take. He also can take with his knight and his queen, and then probably can come up with the bishop, I would presume. He has his knight on these two squares and this square, which is lovely. You know, I'm seeing something here. And if I can, I'm just gonna move my queen up here. Actually, I don't want to block my bishop. I'm gonna develop my bishop, because you gotta develop. Always develop. Center, develop, center, or center, develop. Or you could do it, for me, it's kind of either way. So he puts me in that position. Well, if I take, he takes, and then I take. Or, because bishops are, I feel as though bishops are stronger, I love bishops more than knights, mostly because I don't know how to use a knight yet. So I would say take, he takes, then I take, and then that's clear. If he takes with the queen, I could take with this pawn. He has his bishop here, and then I have my queen with my rook also backing that queen up. So I think that's a good choice because he was definitely threatening my queen there. So let's just go here, and we're gonna do a little bit of pizzazz. Ah, okay. Okay, I like that. He might trap me. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Not really. That's why you have to develop all your pieces. Okay. Well, now you're taken. And this is what I'm gonna do. I have a plan of moving this back. Well, now it's just kind of time to infiltrate now, isn't it? Okay. I feel like he's gonna move his queen there. Try to get some protection. He doesn't. If I move this, I want to fake him out. Go ahead, go for the knight, go for the pawn, or even move the queen. That's checkmate. Love it. Game review, awesome. So it says this was a bad move, and I should have moved the pawn up. Say if I move the pawn up, doing that, and then he takes it, he can't because my rook would take. He could just move his pawn up, developing his queen, take with that, but then I can move up there. Okay, I can understand that. Okay, so that was my blunder. So my best move was to get my knight out of the way. So unless, I guess you're getting your knight out of the way or you have a plan, then it would be, I guess, okay for your knights to go on the end. I don't recommend it, so unless you know what you're doing or you're a grandmaster or an international master, then I would suggest it, which then you don't even have to have anybody tell you what to do at that point because you're good. But he didn't even take my knight, so he just went straight for, I feel like he was going straight for either this pawn or this pawn, just straight coming in for infiltration. So I was just like, yeah, I had to take that, and that was one of the great moves because he just straight missed that. And then let's see my mistake. So this was a mistake. So what was the best move? Okay. So that was a mistake. So it says I should have went back. It's actually funny because that's what my grandfather says too. Like a lot of people don't know that play chess. You can actually just swoop back, and then if he would have came here, I could have got him and threatened check on his king. He wasn't gonna take with his queen. That would have been stupid. Yeah, it's not doing that, so okay, I can understand that. So basically just moving back and what is called actually regrouping, which is very tactical that I also see GMs use. They just bring their pieces back. So when in doubt, always regroup if you need to. So that was kind of the only mistake he did his mistake by moving his rook and then not focusing on my little diagonal that I had going here. And I thought he would bring his queen out and threaten to take. Then, because I seen like the king actually going there. But also, which I didn't see either, which Stockfish says, is that he could have moved his knight here on this square, and that would have stopped me from actually checkmating him. And then he would have had access to my bishop. So that was pretty good. But obviously he did not see it, so, and that's okay. You live and you learn. Let's get to another game. Alright, I am black here. Awesome. Awesome sauce. Starting out. You know my opening. It's a lovely, lovely opening. So usually here, I just let it happen. Just let him have it. Unless he comes down again. If he comes down again, I take this pawn. Okay. I can develop my knight. Now, also what I could have did is take with the pawn, but then that would be blocking my knight for development. But I could have taken the pawn and kind of closed up this file here. Stop that there. Obviously, can also go here, which a lot of people do. That's taken, so I'm just gonna add more pressure to here. I'm also gonna go here with my bishop, so I can add more pressure to this square, just in case he tries to come up with this pawn. See? I told you. Now let's defend it by 2, and I only got 1 on it. Well, 2. I have 2, 2. 2, 2. I'm gonna develop my bishop here. I feel like no, it's fine. I was gonna say here, and then stop him from going there, but if he keeps this pawn here, I don't want him to do that. Because that would be just sacrificing a bishop for a knight, and then get taken by a pawn. No. That sounds horrific. Ooh. A lot of pressure. Okay. I like it, I do. But what are you aiming for? What's your... I feel like I could kind of win this battle here. If I go here and he takes, I could take, he takes, and then I take, winning me a bishop. Let's try it. And if he doesn't do that, castle it. And then waiting for that moment. Oh, he does it. Lovely. Awesome. And it does give me a point up as well. He castles. I'm going to castle here as well. He didn't see that coming. That's the reason. That's the reason why. So I'm going to try to get my bishop out here. Probably not specifically there per se, but right around here. And then develop my rook. I want to develop these pawns. start shooting up there, try to create a diversion, which he is trying to do. He can come up here and threaten my queen, so I am going to go here, like I said. Boom. And then if he comes here, I'm gonna just move here with my queen. And then if he decides to come, yep. It's like I know what's going on. That's what happens when you analyze and you really think of the possibilities. He does have that backup, so I would be losing. And he could fork me. See? Oh, that's a good fork. Oh, that is good. It's like, do I want to lose? Which one do I want to lose? To be honest, I would lose the knight, and I would just kind of drop back. He takes, and then I just take. Or I could take with the pawn. But then that would leave my bishop. Oh, my doggo. It's like I knew what was going to happen, you know? So like I said, just drop back. I'm going to drop back here. Drop back. He's going to take. I'll take. And then that'll send me up the diagonal here. Awesome. And then I can threaten his queen too. And come here with it. Unless he goes here. A lot of people do that. So, again, if you have to, regroup. And I'm also threatening his rook. Okay, he's going to protect his horse. His little pony. And do I want to threaten his queen? Or just take? I'm going to take. I'm going to take. Because he's going to move it out. He's going to move this bishop out. And then I'm just going to go right back into the spot. See? You see? And then nothing defending this bishop. Nothing at all. So I take. Jeez, my man. Okay. So now it's getting practically the end game here. I want to get on the white square. So we're going to go here. His queen is occupying the white squares. This is where I want to go. Might try to set a diversion here. That's good. That's good. But I put you in check. Check. Then I'm gonna send my bishop here, occupying this diagonal. Oh, he puts his... Very silly, man. Sometimes I do be... That's what my grandfather said. I'm a little... I don't really like to trade, exchange pieces as often, but that's like the most important thing, especially at the end game. Trying to figure out. Can't take with the queen because then he just takes with the king. This is so fun. This is like, oh my god. All right, like I said, I wanna try a divergent here because I feel like now he can make a plan I don't want that. So, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to set this here. Now, let's see first before we got enough time on our hands. He can go here, 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 he can go here. It's not interrupting me, it's not causing me any harm, especially kind of here either, because I could just take with the king. So I would say that's a cool move. He's most likely gonna bring his pawn up. Oh! I did not see that. I didn't do all of it. I didn't do all of it. When the knight is in the practical middle of these squares, please watch out. That's a hurt piece. I'm gonna take his knight now. He's a for that. I'm gonna bleep that out. Okay. He's definitely. This is why I'm 400. I should have went up with the diversion. I should have just like kind of regrouped. I should have regrouped. You gotta regroup because at this point he can start moving up slowly. He has this pawn protected. Yeah, he can just start moving up. I'm gonna take that. That's a free pawn there. Now if he moves his queen over to try to take, I'm gonna just move back. Definitely develop this rook. Now I would say at the end game, especially if your files are open like this. Excuse me. I'm sorry. If your files are open like this, don't have that king on the back rank here. That is treacherous. Okay, I see what he's trying to do. Now, if I move back, he could either move his queen, then move up, or he could move up, and then I would just, in return, move to c7. So I'm going to block that access. Trusty water. Even though I blocked the access, that does send me. Okay. So I'm gonna protect this bishop. He's seen that. He definitely seen that. So if he comes here, I can just take, so he wouldn't do that. If he comes up here and tries to take, I could just protect it. Moves his king. Okay. That's a good move. Double up my rooks, make that battery. And then soon, I would move this pawn just in case, because like I said, at the end game, especially with a knight and a queen, you do not want to get stuck on this back rank here. That is scary. He's thinking of all the possibilities. Not gonna go there. I am gonna go here, though. Oh, wait, no. I will go here, and then I can go here. Then I could go here because I have 2. Then I can go here. Ooh, no. No. Let's move this up first. Because if I would have went there, he would have took. I take, and then checkmate. Yeah, no. Nada, brother. Check. You ain't getting me that easy. I got enough time. He puts his rook in the way. Well, at this point, I'm gonna win by time. But if I could get him a checkmate, let's see if I can win by checkmate instead of time. He has 8 seconds left. I want to take with my bishop. He's gonna take with the king. Move my rook over, and then back rank him. It's not gonna be enough time to do that. Well, I win anyway, brother. So. My first time out. 1 mistake, 0 blunders, 2 misses. So it looks like my blunder here was the bishop moving back and regrouping, which it said I should have went here. But if I would have went there, he was going to take my bishop. So I knew what I was thinking. And then my other miss was me coming up here. I feel like at this point it was kind of, well, I would say at this point I did have the odds in my favor, so I could have just developed my rook at that point. Like, I didn't really have to create a diversion or anything like that. Sometimes when I get caught up in creating a diversion, I kind of trail off the objective. So, gotta get used to staying on point with that. Now, I shouldn't have doubled up my rooks like that, to be honest with you. I should have just went here so he couldn't come there, and then once I checked him with this bishop here, he would have just moved back, and then I could take that rook. So say I went here, he came up here, and I came here, he went there, then I came up here, he takes, I check. If he would have moved there, I could have took him with my rook. He wouldn't have took. He would have moved his queen up or over, excuse me. And I would have just took his queen and then checkmated him, to be honest with you. Oh, trying to move my queen out. It's a good pawn chain there. Alright, he's bringing his knight out here. Put some more pressure on here. Okay. I don't want to open this file here. So I am gonna... Ooh. I might have to. I just might have to open the file. And it's because I feel like it's because I brought this this pawn over here. That's the reason why. Okay. I'll just have to develop quickly then. Doesn't go for it. You can't go anywhere where I can't get him, so let me check. Because I'm prone to not seeing certain things. He's got there. And then doing it right after I move, which is horrible. So, one thing that my grandfather stresses to me is that I always pay attention to this side of the board. It is not just this side when you're playing, it's the whole board. You have to see what pieces can do the most damage, and he had his bishop able to develop. And that means that he could go here and take my knight, or he could go here and take my rook, which he's going to do. But I'm gonna give that rook up because that was my fault. That was my negligence. I want him to move that rook. 1, 2, 3 on the clock. Those spiritual numbers too. If I was to 1, 2, that is checkmate. But he would have to 1. I would take. Let's try it. We got 46 seconds on the clock. I'll take the risk. Life is about risk. You gotta take it. And can this be the game? Can this be the game? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, he doesn't know what to do. He's gonna fall back. You have to fall back. Oh! He's gotten a lead out. Oh, that is beautiful. Good. Good. Yep. Be good. If he goes here with the rook, that's checkmate. It's like told you. It's like I always lose the last game. Like I don't understand. The last game I always lose. But it's fine. I did worse this game. 2 misses, 1 blunder, and 2 mistakes. So it looks like it's saying me moving my knight was the wrong move. I should have moved the pawn up, which would be attacking his knight. He can't attack with the queen because then I would take with my c4 pawn, or c2 pawn, if you will, from the starting position. And then that was a bad move there. So what was the best move? Moving the queen. So I could have checked him, but either way, he's gonna either bring his bishop or his his bishop or his queen, and then threaten my queen, and then I would have to just move back or move back here or take the knight. So yeah. So you could, if you want to win material, I wouldn't mind that, and then then your king is not berated by this bishop here, and your queen has all eyes on that bishop. So I would say that would be a good plan. That's a good plan in general. You don't have to stick to. It's advised to stick to. Don't let the queen out too early, but at the same time, if it benefits you, then do what your heart please. And then me castling was the wrong move as well. I could have just took the. If I would have taken the bishop, he would have came down with the queen. So say I did this. Hold on. Excuse me. Say I did this. He would have did this. Now I can't castle. Now I had to. He would actually, most likely, if he would have went here with his knight, I would have had to bring my king out. If he would have went here, he would have been threatening my bishop on c1. I would have just took with my bishop. So he wouldn't even have done that. So I would have needed to move my king all the way over here. I wasn't doing all that. But then I could have developed my pieces at least. So, that's a good thing. My dog. So that was a bad move. So the whole time I could have just got him in check and then taken a knight twice. So definitely missed that. Always want to see where you could check them. And then we could have probably exchanged queens. A lot of people, especially like grandmasters, they don't mind doing that. That was a bad move, it says. Yeah. I should have just took the pawn, which is what I said I wanted to do. But once I saw that bishop open, I was like, I could take that bishop. That was a bad move. What was the best move? So the best move was bringing my queen down. Because I could have definitely back rank checkmated them. Still new here. Don't come for me. But we're learning. And the way you learn is by analyzing. Okay. So what should have I done? Oh, taking that and yes, I could have. We could have excuse me. He could have took. I could have took his queen and then have a bishop and a rook at the end of the game. That's not bad. I would have took his rook out. Come on. Good game. Well, that's a wrap for today's game. Thanks for tuning in. Whether I win or lose, the grind never stops. For some reason, I always seem to lose on the last game. I hope I don't make that a tradition. But if you enjoyed this, make sure you like, subscribe, and drop a comment. Let me know about your tips that you have when playing chess. Any strategies that you guys have. Well, always, until next time, stay sharp and keep making moves out there. Peace.